guys. It is 5:39 p.m. on Tuesday. I think the 119th day I'm doing this. This is your daily dose of hope. And I am just so grateful and so proud of myself. Today I faced another massive challenge for me, and it's just incredible. It's like, I feel like, what did I say? It's like, well, I said this summer is like a reset, but it's also like an awakening of, wow. Like, when you get to the point where you have awareness that you want to do something, but you still feel like you can't do it, it's incredible when you then still take a step, you know? And so, the facts are I reconnected with a friend from like elementary school. And the facts are that I wanted to do that, decades ago. But because of the false programming and destructive programming, and just being honest, right? From people I should have been able to trust, I was told and treated like if I had any sort of emotion, aka cried at all, no one would ever want to be around me and that type of thing. So I held myself back because of these people. And that's the damn truth. And today is a new day. And I did not know how it would go. I literally had to work with that inner child and say, if the fear is, which takes work to even uncover the fear, if the fear is that if I get choked up in front of this person, they're going to scream at me, then ultimately I would rather know that so that I know, okay, that's not someone I want in my life. But it's much easier said than done, right? The facts are I did it, and it was wonderful. And I'm just so grateful to have her in my life. And I just realized, wow, I have let this BS, I always talk about that video, I lava you, almost extinguished my flame. And it's just like, I'm fighting back. And so today's quote is, keep your eyes open and your feet moving forward. You'll find what you need. And it's a little kitty cat. And I would say also, keep your heart open too. Because here's the reality. And again, much easier said than done, potentially, as far as the feeling. If you close your heart because of things that have been done to you, you will not be able to connect with open-hearted people because your heart's not open. So the book I'm reading, he said that he used to think one of his weaknesses, for sure, and he was told this, is that he's too trusting, and then therefore he's taken advantage of, and how dumb is he that he whatever. But you know what? He ultimately decided that obviously, you don't want to be, you want to have your eyes open, but it's like he decided he would rather have a couple people maybe take advantage of his kindness than to shut his kindness off because someone might take advantage of it, right? And that's kind of where I'm at too. I face so many fears, like both logistical, emotional, everything, to meet this friend today. I could have easily just not even approached it. I did not know what was going to happen. And because I overcame all of that, we were able to have a real, and now I have a friend, like a real, like real meaning genuine. And it's just incredible when you externalize it and you're like, wow. The facts are I was letting the fact that maybe a few tears come out because it's not safe around these people shut my entire world down. And the facts are I did not even start to heal until I started feeling feelings, right? So I'm on a crusade now, I'm on a mission to help other people with this because I speak from experience. I'm on the mountain with you, and it's like, it's kind of like I tell my daughter, you would rather have 2 real friends than 200 fake friends. you know? And for me personally, everybody's different, but like I get so much more like satisfaction, fulfillment, joy, like juice, from real, authentic things, you know? Because this is the thing, and you research anything with psychology, they'll say this. You cannot selectively turn off emotion. So if you turn off emotion, you are turning off your ability to feel joy, like you're just sort of numb, or like, what's the word, stoic or whatever. And if that's what you like, go for it. But like, mine was from things that were done that were not okay, right? My actual personality was so squashed, right? Someone asked me yesterday, like, are you like an introvert? And I'm like, no, I'm a social person. I just have to feel safe, right? So that's what makes me happy, is like interacting with safe people, having like real conversations, like safe, spaces. So anyway, it hasn't landed yet, like I said, because it takes a while for me, but it's just truth. And had I not done everything I did even this morning to get myself in the right mindset to even try it, I would have missed out on that. So when people say like life's too short and that type of thing, life's too short to let stuff like that happen, right? But the facts are, if you, like I talk about the bridge and the gaps, if the gap is really big and you just try to go for it, your subconscious is going to yank you back. It's going to ricochet, basically, is how I think of it. So you have to do, not comfort zone, but like safety zone. We'll call it safety zone, So for instance, if you want to learn a language, you do not start with a paragraph. Like, you don't set yourself up to fail, right? You figure out what is your like challenge level, that you can do it, but it's a challenge, so it actually is productive and it's stretching you. And that's what you work on. And that's what gives you that sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, and like you're growing, So anyway, like I said, it hasn't landed yet, but I am just so proud of myself and just so grateful, because that one conversation, it was like going back in time and being like, I get to kind of figure out my life now and be like, no one has to join me on this if they don't want to. I don't actually want people joining me on this if they don't want to. But what no one is longer allowed to do, and this is the part I fight for, is sabotage the progress that I'm going to continue to make, because I put the work in and day out, Like, you do not have to join me on my, rocket ship, but you do not get to anchor me down anymore. And that is honestly what I've allowed to happen, without realizing it, trying to like help other people. But it's like, So anyway, there's a lot of emotions because these things have never been even allowed to be explored. So yes, it's exhausting, but it is a fight that's worth fighting for me 100%, So that being said, I'm actually going to have, hopefully have some fun tonight as well. So that's super exciting. And I have not done my workout today, which is totally fine, but I've done sun salutation, I've done my energy work, I've done like language practice, meditations, all of that. It's just, yeah, it's incredible. I've moved so much energy. I've faced so many fears in the past 3 days, And I haven't just bulldozed them, okay? I've respected myself as I'm doing them as well. Like, I'm not looking to white knuckle and survive anymore. I'm looking to be like, hey, let's say it's day one. How do you want to feel? Or like, who do you want to be around, And it's just incredible, because when you take a step in the direction you want to go, everything in contrast to that is going to rise up. So just remind yourself of that. That's actually a good sign. It's like if you start working out and your muscles are sore. And you're like, oh no, something's wrong. My muscles are sore. No, that's a good thing. That means your muscles are being worked, right? It's the same way with this. So I'm hosting a body doubling session tomorrow morning. And so I'm excited live. And so I'm excited about that as well. And I'm going to do an exercise where we literally make space for ourselves, because everything does truly have energy. And I'm just really resonating with this thing that came to me of, instead of like, yes, forgive and all that, have compassion, but especially if you're an empath, sometimes you need to get pissed off. You need to see things for what they are. It doesn't mean you take it out on the other person, but what you do is you take that energy, like that almost disgruntledness, like that, like, wait a minute, right? And then you use that to fuel you to do something for yourself. So that's what I'm going to do for the like body doubling, is like, if there's like distractions, dissuasions, trauma that's like, you know, like let's say you're trying to pay a bill and for whatever reason it's not easy for you and you're avoiding it, and then you're shaming yourself for avoiding it, right? So but the bottom line is you're stuck. But then if you're like, oh, it's because, you know, this happened, blah, 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 when I was a kid. I'm not saying to just be like, well, don't worry about that, it's in the past. I'm saying use that. Be like, actually, what that person did was not okay. I'm getting, and then the energy transforms from helplessness and defeatist to, hold on a damn second, right? Then use that energy to do the task. It's almost like you do it defiantly. And the bottom line is you get the task done and you feel empowered as you do it, you know? So that's what I'm all about. So anyway, I love you guys and I hope you have a great night and I hope this helps.